Scene opens with a stunning, sun-drenched view of ancient Baghdad during its Golden Age. The city is bustling with life, featuring grand architecture, vibrant markets, and scholars walking through courtyards. Once upon a time, in the heart of the magnificent city of Baghdad, during its dazzling Golden Age, lived a curious and brave 11-year-old girl named Leila. More than anything in the world, Leila dreamed of walking the grand halls of the House of Wisdom, the greatest library the world had ever known. She imagined herself surrounded by towering shelves filled with books containing all the secrets of the universe, from the stars in the sky to the tiniest grains of sand. Leila didn't just want to read the books. She wanted to become a great scholar, just like the wise men and women she saw disappearing behind its majestic gates every day. She believed that knowledge was the most powerful magic of all, a key that could unlock any door and solve any mystery. One evening, as the setting sun painted the sky in hues of orange and purple, Leila was helping her father, a kind baker, close his shop near the Grand Library. The air was filled with the sweet scent of freshly baked bread and the faint, dusty smell of old parchment from the nearby bookbinders. As she swept the floor, she overheard two elderly scholars whispering in hushed, excited tones. They spoke of a legend, a rumor as old as the library itself, secret chamber, hidden deep beneath the House of Wisdom that held a legendary lost book. This wasn't just any book. It was said to contain the forgotten inventions and brilliant ideas of the earliest scientists, a treasure trove of wisdom lost to time. A spark ignited in Leila's heart. Her imagination soared. What wonders could be hidden in that book? Flying machines, potions that could make plants grow in the desert, maps to unseen lands. The thought of it made her whole body tingle with excitement. That night, she couldn't sleep. The whispers of the scholars echoed in her mind. She knew what she had to do. With a determined heart, Leila decided she would be the one to find it. But under the silvery glow of the full moon, Leila slipped out of her home. The bustling streets of Baghdad were now quiet, transformed into a maze of silent alleys and sleeping courtyards. Lanterns cast long, dancing shadows that seemed to play hide-and-seek with her. Her heart pounded in her chest, a mix of fear and exhilaration. Her first stop was the stall of a clever calligrapher named Omar, known for his beautiful handwriting and even sharper mind. She had heard he knew every nook and cranny of the old city. Leila found him meticulously sharpening his reed pen under the light of a single oil lamp. "Master Omar," she whispered, "I am on a quest. I seek a hidden path." Omar looked up, his eyes twinkling with amusement and curiosity. He saw the fire in Leila's eyes and, instead of dismissing her, he smiled. He didn't give her a map, but something far more valuable, a riddle. To find what is hidden below, he said, you must first look for the story written in stone, where the lion guards the poet's rhyme. Leila thanked him and rushed off, her mind racing to solve the riddle. The story written in stone. The lion guards the poet's rhyme. She thought of the famous city gates, the grand statues and the inscriptions on public fountains. Then it clicked. She remembered a small, quiet courtyard tucked away behind the main market where a stone fountain shaped like a lion stood. Carved around its base was a famous poem about the pursuit of knowledge. It was a place few people noticed. She hurried there, her sandals slapping softly on the cool cobblestones. As she examined the fountain, she found a loose stone at the lion's base, just as the riddle hinted. Behind it was not a tunnel, but a small rolled-up piece of parchment. It wasn't a map, but a drawing of a constellation, a pattern of stars she had never seen before. She was momentarily disappointed, but then she realized it was another clue, another piece of the puzzle. Her next guide, she knew, had to be someone who could read the stars. Leila journeyed to the city's edge, where a wise and mysterious astronomer named Zara lived in a small observatory with a roof open to the night sky. Zara was known for her ability to chart the heavens and predict the movements of the planets. When Leila showed her the star chart, Zara's eyes widened. "This is no ordinary constellation," she explained, her voice as soft as the night breeze. "It is an ancient star map, one that points the way not by land but by following the light. It leads to the oldest part of the library, the original foundation, which aligns perfectly with these stars on this very night." Zara pointed her long, slender finger towards the sky. "Follow the North Star until the River of Light, what we call the Milky Way, crosses the tallest minaret of the House of Wisdom. There you will find your entrance." Zara's words filled Leila with a sense of wonder. The entire universe seemed to be guiding her on her adventure. The journey wasn't just through the city, but through the cosmos itself. Following Zara's instructions, Leila made her way to the House of Wisdom. The massive building was silent and imposing under the starry sky. Using the North Star as her guide, she navigated to the western wall, keeping her eyes on the heavens. Just as Zara had said, the shimmering band of the Milky Way seemed to pour down from the sky, perfectly aligning with the library's tallest tower. At that very spot on the ground, she found an old iron grate almost completely covered by overgrown ivy. It looked like it hadn't been opened in centuries. With all her strength, Leila pulled. It groaned in protest, but finally it budged. Below was a dark, spiral staircase descending into the earth. Taking a deep breath and holding her small lantern tightly, Leila began her descent into the darkness, her heart pounding with a rhythm that matched the drip, drip, drip of water somewhere in the shadows. The air grew cooler and smelled of damp earth and ancient paper. The staircase opened into a vast, circular chamber. It was filled with scrolls, but many were damaged by time and dampness. Dust motes danced in the beam of her lantern like tiny fairies. In the center of the room, on a stone pedestal, lay a single, beautifully bound book. It was covered in intricate geometric designs and seemed to glow faintly in the lantern light. This had to be it. The Lost Book of Inventions. Her hands trembled as she reached out and gently opened the cover. But as she turned the pages, she found they were all blank. Every single page was empty. A wave of disappointment washed over her. Had it all been a trick? Was the legend just a story? She sank to the floor, her quest ending not with a bang, but with the quiet turning of empty pages. All that effort, all that bravery, for nothing. But as she sat there, a profound sadness giving way to quiet reflection, she noticed something she had missed. Carved into the stone pedestal beneath the book were words. She leaned closer, her lantern illuminating the delicate script. It was a message from the library's founders. It read, "The greatest treasure is not a book filled with answers, but a mind hungry for questions. The knowledge you seek is not in these pages, but in the journey you took to find them. The real book is the one you will write with your own discoveries. Go and share the light of curiosity." Leila read the words again and again. Suddenly, everything became clear. The empty book wasn't a disappointment, it was an invitation. The true treasure wasn't a collection of old inventions, but the spirit of adventure, the courage to ask questions, the joy of solving riddles, and the wisdom gained from seeking help from others. Her journey meeting Omar Zara and navigating by the stars was the real reward. A feeling of peace and purpose filled her. She understood now. The Golden Age wasn't just about the books that were already written. It was about the people who were brave enough to explore the unknown and write new ones. Leila gently closed the blank book and left it on its pedestal for the next curious explorer to find. She climbed back up the spiral staircase and stepped out into the pre-dawn light. The first rays of the sun were beginning to warm the city, and Baghdad looked more beautiful than ever. From that day on, Leila's dream changed. She still loved books, but she no longer just wanted to read them. She wanted to inspire others to embark on their own journeys of discovery. She began by gathering the children in her neighborhood, telling them stories of the stars, teaching them how to write with reed pens, and encouraging them to ask endless questions. Leila became a teacher, a storyteller, and a beacon of wisdom in her community. She learned that sharing knowledge was far more powerful than keeping it hidden, and that the spirit of learning was the true magic that made Baghdad's golden age shine so brightly. And in her own way, she filled that empty book with 1,000 new stories, written in the bright, curious minds of the children she inspired, and that, she knew, was the greatest treasure of all. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to like this video and subscribe to our channel for more amazing stories.